What is up, everybody? J-Nell here with my UFC 217 prediction video, coming to you from New York, Madison Square Garden this Saturday. I'm super excited for it. 3 title fights and the whole card is stacked, including the prelims are almost more stacked than the prelims. Check it out. So, OSP on the prelims. All right. Anyway, but I'm just going to do the main card here right now. So please look out for my Twitter and Instagram for 15-second predictions of the prelims. Also, maybe for some switches. We'll see. Let's get into it. First up on the main card, I am choosing Paulo Borrachina to beat Johnny Hendricks. I've said this before. I've lost faith in Johnny Hendricks. Even if he beats Borrachina, I might still not pick Johnny Hendricks. You make weight first. Then we'll start from there. Yeah. Next up, I'm still going back and forth about this. I'm going to choose Stephen Wonderboy Thompson to beat Jorge Masvidal. However, you know, a lot of people, the reason why they fight Wonderboy at a distance is because of those beautiful, magnificent kicks. So they kind of allow him to get comfortable. Even the champ, Tyron, allowed him to get comfortable. And I think that Jorge has the type of style where he just don't care, where he will walk him down, get inside that range, and make him fight. He will close the quarters, weigh on him, dirty boxing, try to take him down, where I actually think that Jorge is better than Stephen Thompson. I think, however, you get hit with one of those kicks. Also, Wonderboy's hands are underrated because we're so focused on the kicks. So I am going with Wonderboy. However, be looking out. I'm going back and forth because I think that if anybody has the type of style to not let him get comfortable, to be first, it would be a Jorge Masvidal. So, but for now, Wonderboy Thompson. Now, on to the first of the 3 title fights. The first being the women's bantamweight, the women's strawweight champion, Miss Joanna Jedrejczyk versus Miss Thug Rose Namajunas. I am super excited for this. I think these ladies could still fight of the night. There's a very high skill level in this fight. I think we are in for a treat. I think this will live up to the hype. Let's start with the challenger, Miss Thug Rose. Miss Thug Rose is a black belt in karate and taekwondo. She's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. She has very slick submissions too, standing up and on the ground. I think she's very creative in the ring. She makes changes in the ring. And I think she lived up to her potential against Michelle Waterson and fights her own fight. She had a slip up in the Carolina fight where she was winning that first round. She won the first round, and then for some reason she thought she was going to out Carolina. That didn't work out. She ended up losing that fight. So as long as she plays her game and plays her fight, I think that's her best shot. Don't try to out Muay Thai the champ, okay? So I think her best bet is to use that karate, use that the taekwondo, and use her creativeness. She might go showtime on us, go off against the cage on us, throw the book at Joanna. Try to disrupt her, make her uncomfortable, make her hesitant, because try to close the quarters, try to weigh on her, try to zap some of that energy in the early rounds. Of course, if you see a victory, if you see her make a mistake, if you see your way in the early rounds, take that shot. But I think you might be best to try to wear her down, put some work in, weigh on those arms, dirty boxing up against the cage, and wrench the shoulder wrench, weigh on those arms of Joanna. If you can, take her down. But man, is that easier said than done. She's extremely hard to take down. So if you can, though, because I think that might be her best bet. I think the submission might be Thug Rose's best bet to victory here against Joanna. I say she needs to throw the book at her, disrupt her energy, because I think that Joanna has quicker hand speed and foot speed. I think she'll be first. And because of that, I think that Thug Rose is going to throw everything at her. She's going to have to make her think. Make her, wait a minute, I don't know what Thug Rose is going to do. Because other than that, I think Joanna's going to be first. And if she's first, she might be the one to disrupt Thug Rose's momentum, get her hesitant. And you know, she gets stronger as the fight goes on. We don't want her to be first. You don't want to be the one getting worn on. That excellent Muay Thai of hers, it seems like she's getting faster, more diversity in her kicks, especially her kicking attack, more diversity. So Thug Rose needs to make her hesitant. She needs to make her think. She needs to change levels. Throw some wrestling at her. Throw some dirty boxing at her. Again, that Muay Thai clinch. Joanna has a great Muay Thai clinch and extremely good takedown defense. So she's gonna, try to outthink her. Try to think 3 steps ahead and maybe put yourself in a vulnerable situation, hoping she moves one way, which baits her into a trap you've set up 3 moves down the line. That's what I think Thug Rose is going to have to do here against Joanna. And if you can, take her down to the ground and hold her there. Weigh on her. Ground and pound. Go for submissions. Make her work. Exert some energy because she has amazing cardio. 4th and 5th round, Joanna gets faster. Higher offensive output. So, man, this is a tough task for her, Joanna. Again, I think she's got quicker hand speed and quicker foot speed. I think she's going to be first. And she needs to be first. Make sure that you don't let Thug Rose get comfortable. Make her get desperate. Make her chase you. You know what I mean? And in that case, she might be able to finish her. She might be able to cumulative damage her and really put on a dominant decision. If this goes into a decision, I think it goes to Joanna champion. Either way, I think she wins all decisions. I think Thug Rose needs to play the long game and set her up for a submission. And she's got all kinds of them, standing up, on the ground, flying submissions. But I think that's Thug Rose's best bet. So I'm picking Joanna champion though. But we'll see. I think it's going to be an excellent fight. I think it might still fight of the night. And if Thug Rose wins, that's a fresh new champion with a lot of fresh new fights. And I think that Joanna will move up to the flyweight division. So there's a lot of different things that can happen there. I won't be mad if Thug Rose gets it. I love both women, actually. So Thug Rose is only 25 years old. So this might be a great learning experience. But again, I am going with Joanna champion. Now, next up, second of the 3 title shots, we are seeing the UFC bantamweight champion, Mr. Cody No Love Garbrandt, taking on Mr. TJ Dillashaw. These guys making me want a nickname, man. I want a nickname. Can't wait to fulfill my destiny. Hopefully I'll get a nickname along the way. Let's talk about the challenger there in TJ Dillashaw. He has a wrestling base. He has developed his stand-up game with incredible footwork. The problem in the Cruz fight is he tried to out-Cruz and he lost. I don't think that's going to happen in this Cody Garbrandt fight because Cody Garbrandt's stand-up is based on boxing. He's a very proficient boxer. He's not an MMA striker. He's a boxer. And I don't think that TJ can even try to outbox him. So I don't think he's going to get baited into that trap. Hopefully not. His best bet is to get Garbrandt down to the ground. Do enough with your stand-up. You got some slick footwork yourself. You got some slick angles and some slick level changes and some head movement yourself. So throw all that at Cody Garbrandt, but try to get your hands on him. Try to get your hands on him. Try to get him up against that cage. Try to wear on him. And again, try to take him down to the ground where I believe you are stronger. I believe TJ Dillashaw is a stronger wrestler and grappler than Cody Garbrandt is. Cody Garbrandt, however, has great takedown defense. He has great... Let's just talk about Cody Garbrandt. Look, against the Cruz fight, even Cruz said it best. The boy is better than I thought he was. Cody Garbrandt, he just simply didn't have to show it. His pathway to the title just was easy. He is simply better than we thought he was. That wasn't a fluke against Dominic Cruz. It just wasn't. The footwork, the hand speed, the angles. Dominic Cruz said it. He used the footwork. He drew me into his power. He baited me into bad positioning. This coming from Dominic Cruz, the thinker. He's just simply better than we realized he was on the feet. He is a boxer. He's not an MMA striker. I think he will be quicker, hand speed and foot speed and body movement. Now the uniqueness, TJ may bring that out of him. I don't think we've seen everything that we have to see with Cody Garbrandt yet on the feet. I think he rises to the occasion with his opponents. So maybe TJ's weird snake-like awkward stand-up movement will bring something more awkward and non-traditional of the boxing striker hybrid out of Cody Garbrandt. We don't know. We don't know. One question mark, how's his back injury? We know he tried to come back too soon to training, and that's why this fight got postponed in the first place. We've seen some videos of him wrestling around and things of that nature. So I just hope that he's allowed himself to fully heal and that the injury's not a problem. But that's a question mark. How is Cody Garbrandt's injury? Keep this standing. Again, I believe that TJ's a better wrestler than you. I think he might be fundamentally stronger in that way than you. So keep this standing. And I want Cody to win. I'm choosing Cody. I kind of need him to win. Really, I think for the good of the UFC. Look, the UFC needs more stars. I think the UFC put too many eggs in one basket, Mr. Conor McGregor. And now that they've allowed him to make this huge payday outside of his own sport, now he's like, I might come back at the end of the year. I might come back next year. I want to fight Khabib in Russia. I want to fight Nate Diaz. We don't know what's going to happen there. And in the meantime, they've neglected potential real stars who not only have explosive play in ring, fan favorite type of action in the octagon, but have the personalities to back that up. And Cody Garbrandt, to me, is one of those people. I think he has the potential to be truly polarizing. People will pay to see him win. People will pay to see him lose. And that's the best of both worlds. We thought it was just power, but it's not. It is backed up by real skill. And I think he needs to win this fight to really have that shooting star take off. Because I think he's a star. I think he's a star that casual fans, people who are not, who don't follow every event, can actually know about. Oh yeah, that's that guy that grabbed old boy by the throat. You know what I mean? So I think the story, traumatic brain injury, not supposing to come back to fighting, to coming back to fighting undefeated. He's got something we can grasp onto. I think he's got potential to be a star that the mainstream audience will know about. So I think I need him to win that fight for that reason. So I'm picking Cody No Love. Now on to the main event, and we've got the UFC middleweight champion Michael the Count Bisping taking on the return after 4 years of GSP George St. Pierre. And I'll have to make this quick. So, yeah. GSP, first off, Dana White, the way you've handled this situation, man, the disrespect, the way he put it out. He's like, if you give a shit, we got tickets on sale. Come on. Even if you don't care about the main event, the Cody fight, the Joanna fight, there's plenty of fights to have fully promoted and put a massive machine behind. I don't know why they have missed an opportunity here to start finally now really promoting this event a week out. So shame. You've missed an opportunity here. I think this fight had been promoted, had a bigger machine behind the promotion of this event. But anyway, we had the return of GSP, who actually people forget has a kickboxing base, but developed such a wrestling game that he got known for his wrestling, the lay and pray. Some people would think kind of a womp womp, not as excited to see him back. But we know with the 4-year layoff, he's only 36 years old, so in fighting years, he's not more than that. He's had time to fully heal. He's been working on all this crazy gymnastics, and he does have a kickboxing base, a champion kickboxing base, going up against a champion European kickboxer in Michael the Count Bisping. Extremely hard to take down, so maybe GSP won't go for the natural takedown because Michael's so hard to take down, has some submission victories himself, nice and scrappy. Now we know GSP's been off for 3 years, but Michael's been off for a year. He's 38 years old. He's coming off of surgery and an injury. So I actually think the question mark is bigger on Michael than it is on GSP because he's been out with the ring rust. I understand there could be ring rust, but I think that Cruz showed us that if you have the right mental frame, you can minimize the mental state, you can minimize that ring rust, and GSP might have that. So I actually have bigger questions about Michael. And since I've picked the champs in the last 2 fights, I'm gonna go for the shakeup. I'm gonna go for the drama. And since nobody seems to care anyway, I'm gonna pick GSP. Let me know your picks, any injury updates. Real quick, there was a great card in Brazil where we saw Damian Maia lose to Colby Covington in a 3-round war. And we saw the return of Machida get knocked out and probably knocked back into consciousness by Derek Brunson. So let me know how you did that on that event and what you thought of that as well. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm on Snapchat now. Talk to me, take care. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.